Have you wondered how to share the gospel?
If you haven't even thought about it,
Or perhaps you've done it before and never want to do it again.
Today is the day, and here's one more chance to learn
How to do it?
and how not to do it.
but the truth is, it's not as easy as 1.
2,
3.
So we have 4 symbols and 4 points to help you express the gospel. Here's
The 4! Watch this now! The heart. The heart symbolizes God's love. This is a beautiful and powerful thing to share. But before we do that, let us acknowledge the realities of our lives.
Yeah, we live through challenges and crises.
And then describe God's love. Drives out fear, reaches the heavens, stands firm forever, fills the earth. Better than life, never fails, forgives, saves, protects, trusts, hopes, perseveres, abounds, greatest. For further discussion, share these verses from the Bible and from your heart.
The division. The division symbolizes the gap between God and man. You could say that the top dot represents God, whereas the bottom dot represents man. The line between the two symbolizes the division between God and man because of sin. Clarify that sin affects us all, and all of us contribute to the problem of sin. For further discussion, share these verses from the Bible to help bridge the gap between God and man.
The cross. The cross is considered the most painful and shameful punishment in history. It is precisely this symbol that represents the sole solution that God provides for our salvation. Emphasize, out of love, to give hope. For further discussion, share these verses from the Bible, and in this way, point back to the cross.
The question. In the end, this symbol represents the most important choice that each of us will have to make. As you present this symbol and choice, remember how you personally came to this point. Then, with compassion and confidence, pass the question to someone else. For further discussion, share these verses from the Bible.
Now that you know the 4, we will urge you to continue learning and cultivating a love for others.
It's good to have all these in our heads, but it's more important to fix our hearts.
To do that, we found this from our friends at jesusfilm.org.
Pray regularly for opportunities to share the gospel. If you are serious about bridging people to God, ask God for opportunities.
Be watching and thankful. Since you're praying for the opportunities, be on the lookout and be thankful to God when they come.
Pray for opportunities for others to share the gospel clearly. You will also pray for others to have the opportunities to share the gospel and that they would do so with power and authority.
Be wise about how you treat others. You will learn to think of every conversation as an important part of your evangelism. You don't want to do anything that undermines you before you do.
Make the most of every opportunity. Making the most of your opportunities require vigilance and greed. You need to be on guard to recognize them, and you need to have the resolve to take advantage of them when they surface.
Ensure that your conversations are full of grace. It's so important that our conversations reflect the gospel, even though we're not talking about the gospel.
Wear the wristband.
Check out the website.
Learn to draw the symbols.
And most of all, live it out and pass it on to others.
So you're supposed to learn how not to do it, right? If you ask me, it's rather simple. Don't share the gospel by not doing it. And that's exactly what you should not learn. With all that we learned today, we pray that you will share the for today.